So I'm in the hospital. My husband just passed away. He's laying there, cover up, with the white sheet. My thought process was, how do I go home and tell a 12-year-old child that his father is not coming home? Where do I start? This was one of the most hardest thing for me to do. Like, you don't have the words, there's no words. Some people might say, and this is my thought on it, say he was sick, and you have time to lead up to the fact that he's sick, maybe terminal, but you have hope, you're wishing for a miracle that that person, that loved one would recover or, and be okay. So even though you know that person is sick, there is something in the back of your head like saying, praying, doing whatever you need to do to keep that person alive and thinking that he's going to be all right. Not thinking about death. That's like the last thing really you want to think about. No, not taken away from anyone, because I think just death on a whole, your body goes through quite a lot of emotion, a lot of trauma. Somebody dies sudden, you're not expecting it. Somebody young, you're not expecting it. It's devastating because you're not expecting it. But nevertheless, each person, like I said, deal with that, and grief differently. Mine was a trauma. I wasn't expecting it. So it really, really hit me. Like, it would be like you're having a nervous breakdown, but on a whole, you have to stand strong because there is so much around you. The planning, all these things, maybe sometimes people discuss it and sometimes people never discuss death. So when the person dies, it's like you are left to do everything. From that moment on, my philosophy on death and, how to treat it and take care of it has changed because I see too many crises and too much things happening. But anyway, your body goes through this trauma. And like I said, you don't know if it's a nervous breakdown, but it affects your nerves. And I can't speak for everybody else. I could just speak for myself that, yes, it did affect my nerves. I end up with really bad panic attack, like I would doing something and just think about is that sudden like that. And then I would go into a panic attack like I'm having a heart attack or something like that. Numerous times I end up in the emergency room because of thinking I'm having a heart attack, and they will say, oh, it's you again, but that sort of thing. But nobody can tell you that's not what's going on with your body because it's like you're feeling things, affect your body, like your face might be numb. There might be tingling going around on your hands. Your hands might be shaking and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is your body goes through a trauma. And I can't say that sudden death or knowing the person is sick which one is worse, really. Some people will say sudden, some will say if the person is sick. But again, when a person is sick, you still expect, so you're still open for some miracle and stuff. Because I remember when my brother died, he had cancer and he was sick for a while. But when he finally, the day when he opened up his eyes, he opened his eyes on the bed. He was there with me, myself and my mom. And he opened up his eyes and I was like, oh, he's going to be all right. But not knowing that, you know, he's going to pass. And it still affect me like it hurts like hell. It even hurts watching him go through the sickness. So, you know, trauma affect us in different ways. But going home to tell a 12-year-old that his dad is not coming back, that was devastating. That was hurt. And I'm sure a lot of people who have children or maybe a mom, a dad or something and have to go home and tell them, oh, this one died. I'm sure it's really, really hard. And then have to be there to make all the arrangement. Yeah, you go through the motion of doing it, but if I can tell you that I can see how it happened, like go look back at it now, I have no clue what happened. You go through the motion, but I have no clue how everything was planned. And thank God I had people around me who was there, you know, to stand in the gap with me. I remember at the you know, after the funeral, everybody was at the house, came back to the house, and everybody was eating and drinking and doing all the most. And I remember just jumping in my car. Now I have guests at my house for funeral, and I remember just jumping in my car, and I went to the movie theater. And it was this movie playing with Robin Williams, I think. Something about, you know, Evan. I forgot the name now. And I sit there and I watch the movie while everybody was back at the house, you know, laughing and talking and eating and doing whatever. But I remember just going to the movies because I just needed to just be by myself in my thoughts and all that.